Do you have the clicker?
No, it's over.
Porsha, you want to do the clicker?
Yeah. We're doing land pollution in China. I'm Porsha.
This is Maya.
I'm Luke.
And I'm Ashley.
Hold up. Okay, the increase in supply of goods is that people need facilitate and growth in the human population since people have more food to eat, more things to use, other food that they eat, and more things that they use. The dumping of waste on the landfill is also cited as a major cause of land pollution. It's true of the garbage treatment. West, hold on, radioactive waste, treated or untreated from plants and oil, sludge, waste from oil. So, you get it. You have a problem.
Alright.
And now,
Heads up, real quick. Thanks. So we all presented to again?
Oh, EPA.
Okay, good.
so we did the, I put how the dumping and the waste that they did to all these, because it has the oil and it has all the trash around how many people that waste this. Your thing ain't working, so you know.
All right. My question was addressing factors. Well, the main factors, I guess, or problems that land pollution is causing is a decrease in food because they use a lot of the land, like farmland, to pollute on, and like a lot of the factories are circling farms and stuff. It also causes lung cancer, and they're also worried about lead in children's blood, so that's a problem. And if a business, like with the jobs, if a business pollutes into the farmland, then it gets like they have to eventually shut the business down, and then that causes like a lot of people's jobs to, like a lot of people not to have jobs. And some of our solutions were like a compost site, so we could like fertilize the land, the farmland and stuff. And then education, we would like to educate the people about like what's happening and how it's affecting them like in different ways. And the 3 R's is the reduce, reuse, and recycle. And I think we should increase the like, I guess, garbage cans, like the recycling bins, and also increase their education on the reduce, reuse, and recycle. So, yeah.
I did what are some current solutions for the problem. I put some current solutions we would have is educate people about pollution. Pretty much. What you doing, Ms. Wobbler? Okay. We could educate people about pollution, telling them pretty much what could happen if they didn't take care of the land and what could possibly happen down the road. Pretty much the same thing, but oh well. We could explain the reduce, reuse, and recycle method, like what Maya said.
I'm going to stand over here so it gets you. Sorry.
Okay,
I have the
I'll
main
go
one.
here.
No, like, okay. So it gets you and not me.
Wait.
Because you're talking. I'm going to stand with you. Go.
Okay, so we could explain how to use the reduce, reuse, and recycle. Pretty much, reduce, reuse, and recycle could actually really help pollution because, say if you had maybe, I don't know, 12 packs of water bottles, instead of throwing the empty water bottles out, you can keep them and keep filling them up and keep using them for like maybe a month at a time. And when you're done with those, you can recycle them. And the last one we had was a cleaning crew. We thought that could be helpful because not a lot of people are willing to go out and clean the land, and maybe we could actually hire some people to actually help clean, and maybe that could make people healthy. That's pretty much what I said earlier about educating people. We could put, we could like, have a speech practice. We could teach them pollution in school by telling kids and teens what they could do in the future about the problem, so maybe the next generation, they wouldn't have to face this problem, or not as bad as this generation would. And we could put advertisements out so people could possibly be inspired to help clean up the land, and what could happen to their land if they didn't do anything about pollution. I'm done.
Our plan for the solution was the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. What reduce means is to make something smaller or use less, resulting in a smaller amount of waste. Reuse is reusing something means to use a material again in its original form, or to give it to someone else who can use it. Recycle is when you save a reusable material and take it to where it can be made into something new. We can reuse for Chinese people, for land pollution, buy less, buy only what you need, use all of what you buy. Refuse store bags, carry the items you purchase from the store by hand or bring your own cloth bag to use. They can reuse by donating cloths to Goodwill or other charities. They can recycle by not throwing anything away that can be recycled. Almost everything at home and school can be recycled. Some recyclable materials include paper, plastic bags, tires, wood, paint, and electronic equipment. And that's all.
Yeah. I guess questions.
Yeah.
Do you want me to turn this thing on?
Yes, please. And
I don't know
again,
how.
You are focusing on the fact that you guys are, say, EPA. Is that right, man?
Yeah.
EPA?
Yes.
All right. So you guys are EPA, you're asking about the solution and why it's different, why it's better, that kind of thing.
EPA. I just know it as
Environment
EPA.
Protection
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so as the Environmental Protection Agency, what questions do you have for them about why their solution is better than the current one, how it's different, that kind of thing?
Cameron.
Well, in elementary school, reduce, reuse, and recycle is already taught and stuff. What are you going to change about how you're teaching it to make this work?
Well, I think, or we think, we should make it more of like an always kind of thing instead of having like the trash cans that don't recycle. I think we should recycle everything. So it would be more of like in daily lives and just like educate them on why it's important necessarily and what it does if we don't do that. Vanessa?
So as you are teaching the children how to do that, do you believe that you should replace the trash cans by and replace them with ones that you should recycle with? So instead of them putting it into, like regular trash cans, they're basically kind of forced to put it into a recycling trash can. Kind of, not like forced in a mean way, but kind of like, hey, there's no trash can. You know what? There's a recycling. Yeah, let's recycle. I'm too lazy to go take it some faraway place.
Mm-hmm. I think like not to that extreme, like to where it's we're forcing them, but like more of like make it in like because there's more trash cans than there are recycling bins, so it would be good to at least even that out and I guess put multiple of them.
I was kind of saying that instead of making, not forcing them, it's kind of like making where landfills or trash cans and stuff far away, so they would have to drive up and go take it, but instead they could have recycling bins, and there could be all like, you know what, I'm not driving 50, 60 hours over there just to throw away trash. I could recycle.
Yeah.
The bin.
Yeah.
I think that would be a more suitable place.
Okay, yeah, I agree. But I don't want to force anybody into something. You know, it'd be more of like a even thing.
It's like a choice they have, pretty much.
Yeah, a choice. Great. Oh,
If you want to like get rid of the landfills and all of that, and keep the water healthier, how come y'all don't try to get them to stop dumping all the trash into the waters?
well, there is like, I guess there's laws there against dumping on the land and stuff, because that's what factories do. They put it on land instead of in water. So there is laws about it. So, like, I guess instead of like just like we've already encouraged that, so we have to look at it in a different way because it's already a law that you're not supposed to. That's why they have to close them down, because they're breaking the law. So.
We're done.
No more questions? All right.
On what? On what?